So I'm not going to go through and tell you what colors necessarily I'm putting in each time. As you have the picture of my palette on there you can refer to. You can see easily what colors I'm grabbing, but I might tell you occasionally here why I use a particular color. Alizarin Crimson, when you mix it with white, it almost deadens the color. I don't like to use just Alizarin Crimson necessarily with white. If I use Alizarin Crimson and white, I'll often come back in and use Cad Red and Medium or Cad Red Light and try to warm it up, try to infuse it with some more life, or I might even mix it with some Cad Yellow Orange or Cad Lemon, something like that. Something that'll give it a little bit more life than replace some of the life that the white takes away from it. So now I'm experimenting with cool highlights compared to the warmer highlights that I could use. See, there's a possibility when I'm working with lavenders that a nice yellow highlight can be effective. Just depends on how much direct sunlight I want to have on the flowers. But that color harmony between the lavenders and the yellows can create a dynamic interplay that can become a real powerful visual treat for the viewer. So I'll play here a little while and put down some different types of highlights and see what appeals to me, what seems to be working with it, and whether I need to change that or not. Overall though, it's an overcast day, the light is cooler, so my highlights are going to be cooler as well. So when I use a paper towel like that, I try to be real clear about where the edge is because I don't want to wipe away too much or smear it through the background on this piece. I just get an edge of that paper towel and gently swipe it through there. Alright, so you can see I'm removing the extra that I don't want so I can get back down to the white of the panel. Then I can come back in and take some of that green, unless of course I don't realize what I have on my brush when I'm not paying close enough attention to what I'm doing. That's my eraser, and now I come back in with the same brush, and you'll notice if you've ever worked with watercolors, you can get kind of that same complication when the paint is dried and you try to come back in, you get those dark layering effects. So it just takes some manipulation with the brush. Alright, so I've cleaned off my palette and getting my thoughts clear on this, and come back in, tackle it with a fresh perspective. I turned around and looked at my mirror, looking at the composition, make sure that I like the arrangement of shapes and values. Now I can come in here and start to really develop fully the flowers. Now, I don't like to get too nitpicky about some of the details, but a few details here and there can really help to solidify the structure of what it is I'm working on, whether it's a flower or a tree or branch or a leaf. And especially if you just pick out one or two that you want to focus on. In this case, I'm playing around with the edges of petals and other things, but I won't do that everywhere throughout the painting. I'll only do that to a few of the petals, and then that will help to set the viewer's expectations for the rest of the painting. When they look at a flower, their mind will fill in the rest of the details without me being required to put detail everywhere throughout the painting. So I'll have my few favorites, or my few that are more the focal point, the center of interest. And with enough information in those few, then the rest of the flowers will seem to naturally be detailed without the detail actually being there. Thanks for stopping by. Now get out there and paint your own masterpiece. Oh, and before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested in any of my videos, just go to my website at inmanfinearts.com and you can find them all there. Have a great day painting.